Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. Hey, I'm back. I'm back in my office, and that's why I'm streaming late today. But that's okay. On this Labor Day, which is looking fantastic, with Bitcoin nearing 5,200 and altcoins exploding like Solana, FTX, let's discuss what's going on and why I feel like Solana, FTX, both are set to double in the near future. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Make sure you tune in twice a day, or almost twice a day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on most days. But make sure you hit that notification bell to get notified. And follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news, articles, and guides at CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Not my usual time. I know a little bit later, but that's okay. I know most of you guys are just hanging around, having your George withdrawal, so I felt compelled to stream anyways. But I also felt compelled to stream because it's just a good day. Bitcoin, you could see, it jumped up, right, about 51.7 yesterday. I believe it did hit 52, then dropped down to about 51, and now we're closing in at 52 once again. So Bitcoin looks like it's ready to make the jump. There is something big that's about to happen tomorrow. And of course, Solana just continues to jump. It went sideways, hung around 144 for quite some time, and then boom, it jumped up. Now it's hovering around 160. And it's not just these two. If you look at Live Coin Watch right now, the market cap is very, very, very close to $2.4 trillion. So this is we're really close to the previous high, and we're ready to break it. And if you look at overall, today's pretty good. Hey, even XRP is up 8% today. And you go down the list, man, Theta is exploding today, 11%. But of course, FTT from FTX is also exploding. There are some good movers. Look at Quant. Quant just jumped up 30% out of the blue. I have no idea what caused them to jump, but they did. And they're jumping up. They're secretly jumping up the list. Secretly, slowly, and surely. And it's a project not a whole lot of people paying attention to, including myself. I really have not paid attention to them. But anyways, so things are looking pretty darn good. So let's first look at a couple things for Bitcoin. So, of course, Bitcoin has a big event tomorrow, and that is El Salvador. El Salvador is set to make Bitcoin as legal tender starting tomorrow. All citizens that download their new Shivo app will get $30 of Bitcoin dropped to them absolutely free, airdropped, and they could utilize it to pay for things or simply hold it because there's no capital gains tax on crypto going forward. So that's a big event. But there is something else. There is like a unofficial day basically for everyone to join in and buy $30 tomorrow. So Michael Saylor tweeted this out. This seems to be a big thing that's being pushed right now. So tomorrow, if you want to support El Salvador or just Bitcoin in general, make sure you go ahead and purchase $30 worth of Bitcoin. And when you have millions of people buying in, that's going to have effect. So tomorrow, can we see something big happen with Bitcoin? Certainly. And not just with El Salvador, but other things. Will, of course, tweeted this out saying that the reserves on exchanges is the lowest it's ever been since 2018. So for 3 years, and you can see the balance on exchanges keeps dropping. That is fantastic. And of course, Plan B also have said that we're still on track according to stock to flow. But not only that, the 200 weekly moving average, which is kind of hard to see, but the black line here, among everything else, just keeps going up and up, right? That is like the ultimate bottom support for Bitcoin. You can see when Bitcoin has fallen from its peaks, You can see over here in 2015, you see the green dots. They were hugging the 200 weekly moving average. 2019, hugging the moving average. And now it just keeps going up, right? Obviously, Bitcoin's price keeps going up. The 200 weekly movies is going up. So which means that if we do somehow have some drastic doomsday drop, right, that is our support. That's our bottom. And that can continue to go up. But of course, if you're looking at a metric like stock to flow, we are still early. We have not hit that blow off top yet or top for this cycle. So of course, that means good things is coming. Good things is coming. All right, so what about these other things I want to talk about, right? I'm going to keep it short today. It's Labor Day. But I did want to talk about, I created a video recently, I think just a day ago, about Ethereum, Cardano, and Bitcoin. Which one is more likely to double? Right? And of course, I was talking about Cardano going to $6, Ethereum going up to $8,000, and Bitcoin going up to $100,000. And in that video, I was looking at history and basically looking at, well, you look at something like Cardano, right? Obviously, the market cap is lower, but the one-year performance is outstanding, 3 times as much as Ethereum. So I concluded Cardano will probably hit $6 first, and then Ethereum will probably hit $8,000, and then Bitcoin will hit $100,000 in that order. They will all double, in my opinion, but Cardano's probably going to go first. Now, what's more interesting is you have a couple projects that's even faster, growing at an exponential skyrocket, way, I guess, right? It's just mind-boggling how fast some of these are. And of course, I'm talking about number one, Solana, which has gone up 5,300%, which is more than double of Cardano within the last year. And it continues to go higher. You can see today, it's one of the great performers, 15%, 41% for the last week, and 300%, over 300% for the last 30 days. And I've said that I do believe it's going to continue to go forward. But you have something else also that is trying to play catch up, and it's still, I guess relatively small, though it's basically a big cap. But you have FTT, which is, of course, the native token of FTX Exchange. And there's something big that I want to talk about, but you could see also up 56% for this week, 2,000% for last year. So these are two I want to talk about, and there is a big, big, big connection between the two. Let's start out with Solana. Let's start out with FTX, because I don't talk about them quite a lot, but here we go. The reason why they have been going up, right, is because they launched their NFT marketplace for US customers. So NFTs, we know, is hot. Rich Buddy was just telling me, it's not Rich Buddy. I got your name mixed up. But someone was just telling me, one of my regulars, was telling me how Tom Brady NFTs on DraftKings is exploding, as is everything else. CryptoPunks, VPunks, and others, Mutant Apes, or whatever, they're all exploding. NFTs is like the hottest thing right now, for good and for bad, because you could argue that they're too hot, and that indicates maybe a top is coming, but it is right now driving a ton of volume and traffic to these protocols, including Ethereum and Solana. But now FTX is joining in that game. FTX, of course, is one of the biggest derivative exchanges out there, not open to US residents, but they're making all the right moves, right? Getting in front of everyone, all the PR, everything. They don't have their chain, their own native chain yet, like Binance, but they're joining in the NFT game. And seeing how Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO of FTX and Alameda, he's the one behind this. He's the brains of it all. And he's dumping so much money into advertising and marketing and expansion of the exchange. You know what? This is a pretty serious move. This could be huge. This could be a huge competitor to OpenSea, and it could really dominate the U.S. space, right? So this, I think, is absolutely huge, which is why FTX has gone up today, or FTT token, I should say, have gone up today. And it could continue, right? I'm waiting. I do think that they're going to announce their own chain too, because when you have your own chain, then you can have all these dApps riding on top of it. They don't have it yet, but I do think that Sam is working on that. So that is the big thing for FTT. And do I think they could go higher and double? Yes, absolutely. Because if you look at their overall market cap, still relatively small compared to, say, something like Binance at 8 billion market cap. And you look at Binance Coin, it's at 83 billion. That's 10x difference. Of course, Binance is still much bigger, a lot more volume. They have their own chain. But for FTT to say double, right, from 75 to 150 and having, let's say, a 16 billion market cap, that would not be unreasonable. They would still be multiples less than Binance. And right now with Binance, with having some regulatory uncertainty, that should help FTX as well. So can they double in short order by the end of this cycle? Absolutely, absolutely. So I would not sleep on FTX or FTT token. Now, what about Solana? You guys have heard me talk about Solana. Of course, Solana just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. It's the one big cap, one protocol that has no weakness right now. It seems like there is no weakness, and it does not take a breather. Since $60, it has been going up and up and up, 60 to 160 now. Basically, literally only like resting for 1 to 2 days, and then boom, 1 to 2 days, boom. It just keeps going up and up and up. And a big reason is, again, from Sam, from FTX and Alameda, because he has invested so much money into Solana itself, into all the dApps that's riding on board, right? And helping them grow with marketing. So the two are really tied together, even though they're separate projects, but you have one guy that's really driving the force behind all of this. And of course, besides that, Solana is a fully fledged blockchain that is completely done, that is fast, no congestion issues at all, near feeless for transactions, and they have all the momentum in terms of getting all the latest dApps and marketplaces to come on board. So Solana just continues to go up. And I made this argument why I think they're going to double. I think they're going to go a lot higher than double, is the fact that arguably they're just as good as Cardano. Arguably, they're better than Cardano. Arguably, they're better than Ethereum at this point, outside of traction like dApps and so forth. But in terms of a fully finished chain, yes, they're done. They could scale faster than Ethereum. And yes, they have smart contracts where Cardano does not. So Solana arguably is a superior chain at this point, but not as much dApps and I guess attention awareness. Not yet. But they are climbing, and even though they have pumped up to now $45 billion, they're still half from Cardano. So can they double to about 300 and still be right at Cardano levels at about $90 billion? Certainly. At this point, I do feel like they should be right around there. If not at Cardano, at least BNB level, because they do have just as much attention as BNB chain or Binance Smart Chain. So that's still double. Okay, so that means I do think that Solana can go to 300. And in my opinion, I think it's more likely for Solana to go double than even Cardano, which I started with. I think it will happen faster. I think it will happen. Now, after it gets to that point, then, it'll probably slow down. It's not just go keep at the same ferocious pace, but I do think there's still a lot of room to grow. So there you go. So Solana, FTX, I do believe both of them, because of what they have and the momentum and the person behind that's really driving them forward, I think they could easily double from here on out. And of course, Bitcoin, let's not forget, when Bitcoin continues, when it doubles and just continues to move forward, yeah, that's naturally going to pull everything up. The market is still led by Bitcoin. Let's not forget about that, right? So Bitcoin is still trending up. It still hasn't hit 60,000 yet, but that could come in short order. And after that, we know Bitcoin FOMO is pretty serious. Right now, I've been showing you guys a lot a lot of metrics, a lot of good news, a lot of people that retail and institutions that FOMOing in. So Bitcoin is going to go up. It's going to pull everything up. We're going to have some fantastic days coming up. Lastly, something about NFTs, and that is NFL. NFL in the US, obviously the biggest sport, football, American football, for those of you guys that are outside of America, have banned teams from crypto advertisement and NFT sales until they establish a strategy for sports, digital trading cards, and art. You know what that means? That means they're looking for some serious money right now. Serious money. Recently, I don't know if you guys caught, for sports cards, there's a company called Fanatics that all of a sudden came in and stole the rights of Major League Baseball from Topps. They came in and stole the rights from Panini for the NBA. Out of the blue. I don't know how much Fanatics paid, but Fanatics right now is trying to get rights for the NFL as well, which is controlled by Panini. Now, if they also somehow grab it, that'll be a trifecta. They will own the sports cards rights for all three major sports, and of course, they will then have the capability to come out with NFTs. So the NFL realizes how hot NFTs are right now. They're not stupid, right? They see what you guys are seeing, how NFTs could be going for millions now, especially the Tom Brady ones are going for crazy money. So they're probably asking for some serious moolah right now from Fanatics or anyone else that's competing. So that is the reason why. So this is kind of interesting because Chili's, of course, a tokenized project with NFTs coming aboard, you know, they've been trying to target the NFL. They've been targeting the NBA, I know, and of course, football clubs from worldwide. They've been targeting the NFL, but this may put a stop to that. It'll be interesting to see what happens, whoever wins this bidding war. So, not only are NFTs really hot, just so you guys know, physical trading cards is hot. Some goes for hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars as well. So it's like modern day art. You have an equivalency of modern day sports cards, physical cards, and modern day digital cards in the form of NFTs. They're both very, very hot. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. You know, overall, hey, look at Bitcoin continues to push. Could we see 5,200 today or 52,000? Yes, certainly. All right, let's do a quick Q&A. I'll let you guys go. Rolex Travels. I told you to look at Rose Network last week, up 121% in the last 7 days. Well, congratulations. Good for you. A lot of people tell me to look at a lot of stuff. The main thing is, did you stick with it? Because a lot of people tell me stuff and they don't even believe in what they tell me. All right. So, know anything about Polka Bridge? No, I do not. But it sounds like it's a bridge between Polkadot and probably Ethereum. So that is probably good for the Polkadot ecosystem. Best thing to DCA in your opinion, considering where the market is right now. I'll tell you what I've been doing. I've been DCAing all the big protocols because I think I can't lose with them at this point. I do think Bitcoin is still going to go up. Still good one to beat DCA. Ethereum, Cardano. Less so of BNB recently because I've been putting a lot more into Solana. Also a little bit of Polkadot and Terra. And also VeChain, Matic. And I started to DCA into Avalanche too. So these big protocols. Oh, I forgot. Cosmos too. These ones I have been, because I think they're all in a really good position to just continue higher. Oh, look at this. Oh, we're going to go back to 52,000. We're going to go back. Let's see. Yeah, people are talking about Quant, and I still remember Quant from back in the day. Still have not really done a deep dive into them recently. I know the premise of them, the overledger allows interchain communication, interoperability between different chains. They also focus on many things. with businesses, but I don't know if specifically if they announce anything. Maybe they're getting into NFTs. I don't know. Crypto pump it. Hey. You think Solana should hit 300 before Cardano? Yes, I do think so. I don't think anything's stopping the Solana bandwagon. Cardano does have some FUD right now because of their testnet, inability to get a DeFi project working. But if they solve through that, don't sleep on Cardano either. Cardano is still primed to go higher, right? So don't sleep on them either. What's FTX? They are a derivatives exchange, very much like Binance. Unfortunately, not open to U.S. residents. But I think they're actually, I take that back. They do have a FTX.US. I take that back. I just learned that recently. They do have a FTX.US. Not as many coins, but they do have, kind of like Binance.US, they have FTX US. I haven't used them though. I've been meaning to open an account. B Pro's on fire. Yes. NFL to Avalanche. Didn't hear that. Someone's saying, should I buy Solana at the current price or wait for a correction? I've been telling people that since $60. There's no correction, but I do think that you never really want to get in after a big pump, right? DCA, wait for like at least a consolidation period before going up. Before buying in, I guess. I like Matic. It's one of the ones I also DCA'd into. Like me personally, yes. Power Ledger, what's your opinion? I'm gonna on Power Ledger. Their energy trading play, it's just not available in most jurisdictions. Like there are just some places that just don't allow it because it's heavily regulated. So it's just not for me. But they do have, in some countries, they're also powering green energy, focusing on solar and stuff. So they could do well in some countries, but in some, it's not going to work out. DeFi Kingdoms on Harmony. I haven't heard of that game. I take that back. Someone else did say that before. I haven't checked them out yet, so. Dragon, okay, thank you. Thoughts on TRX and upcoming run? I'm not a fan of Tron. In the upcoming run, it'll probably do well. It'll probably continue to pump, okay? It'll be carried with everything else, but Tron is just in a weird position. They really don't have any momentum. People that support them have all left. People that were using BDT have all left. No one knows what the hell is going on. There's no solid direction. So I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. Why is not Luna pumping? It will pump. When you give up on it, it'll start pumping. I was asking last time, like, what do you call someone that supports Cardano? And everyone said Kardashians. I don't know if that's really what Cardano people want to be called, Kardashians. Yeah, so if you guys have the proper term, let me know. And what do you call a Solana supporter? Solanians? I don't even know. All right. There you go. That's fire. DCA was supposed to be yesterday. We skipped. I was obviously traveling. I couldn't do it. And James was traveling too, so he didn't do it. So we'll just do it next week in terms of the show, DCA. All right, I think that's it. ID Everest. I don't know what that is. Star Atlas, I do know they're in NFT gaming. I haven't kept track with their roadmap and when they're going to come out. But there's a lot of play to games. There's a lot play to games coming out. And if they're decent, okay? They don't have to be great. If they're decent and they have NFTs as rewards, right? Like this is what Illuvium is trying to do with alluvials. You could capture them and create cards. You know, if you have stuff like that going on, it's going to generate a lot of buzz. It's going to generate a lot of buzz. Why Polymath pumping 200? Probably just the pump group. Any research in Sun? Yeah, it's an Oracle. What's the big deal about it? It was a gambling play turned into an Oracle. You don't need that. You don't need that. You just go with Chainlink. Why is that? How does that change the future of Tron or BDT, Bobby? It doesn't. It doesn't. TWD on Luna. I have no idea what TWD is. Or maybe I do. I take it back. No, I don't. No, I don't. All right. Soulmates. Hey, that's an awesome name. All right. So if you're a Solana supporter, you're a soulmate. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. What range of global market cap do you think? Probably 10 trillion. I'd say 10 trillion. I think that's a good round number. We'll be there. How are we feeling about Economy today? The same as before. Good. Good. Why is Elon not involved with Power Ledger? Because he doesn't need to be. He doesn't need to be. He can do it himself. He doesn't need Power Ledger to get into green energy, which he's already doing. Oh, look at that. 52,000. 52 freaking thousand. Let's see if it can stay up here. Let's see if it can stay up there. Let's give it another minute or so. What was the previous high was here. You could see this wick up 52 200. We need a little push. Little push. I love that. So we got people that support Cardano are called Kardashians. And people that support Solana, soulmates. Oh, those are awesome. What about someone that supports VeChain? What do you call someone that supports VeChain? Oh, veterans. Yes, that's what it was. Veterans. That's an awesome one too. All right, guys. I'm gonna let you guys go. All right, I'm gonna get back to some family activities, and you guys should too. Bitcoin is above 52, which is awesome. Solana is almost back to 158. Overall market cap is 2.4 trillion. Things are looking pretty darn good. All right, tune in tonight. I'll have another stream, so we'll see where things are. Take care, guys. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. See you later.